演兵场的是一支由国产语数系列智能作战单元与机械狼仿生突击平台混编而成的人机协同战术小队。演练模拟复杂战场环境下对要点目标实施清剿。此次演练重点检验了智能化作战单元在集市战、丛林战等复杂地形中的自主协同目标分配与火力打击能力，标志着我国在无人化作战体系建设领域又开始坚实。央视军事频道特约观察员报道，近日，一场跨域协同作战演练在某战术训练基地悄然展开。与以往不同，此次亮相演兵场的是一支由国产语数系列智能作战单元与机械狼仿生突击平台。近日，一场跨域协同作战演练在某战。
First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double on the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto thy foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. You clearly see that peace is not coming. They're not just prepping this stuff up for no apparent reason. They're prepping it because they're preparing for a war that's never been seen in the history of man, and this war is going to be conducted in such a fashion that the average person is not going to be able to fight this off. Now, can they use this as a scare tactic? Absolutely. Is this a scare tactic? Absolutely not. All right. This is not a scare tactic. This is meant to be utilized. And it's an arms race amongst the nations. And that arms race amongst the nations is what we call a new world order. What they called it a new world order. And within this new world order, they need to get rid of a good amount in order to establish this fairy tale world that they have made. Okay? Now, the arms race is between all these super elite powers that's in the board of tables right now. This is the blessing. This blessing is really Esau's blessing, but there are Edomites also on that side. And you notice how the war of Iran right now has escalated and is not dying off. No matter what Trump is saying or he's trying to explain, it's not gonna go away, because the Lord is not gonna let it go away. We're right at destiny's point. Now, if China got this thing, how much more the U.S.? Okay, and some people say, "Oh, that's just Chinese." Some people just sit there and they'll say like, "Oh, it'll break down because it's not American made." Well, you have an American version out there, Boston Dynamics and so forth, and Elon Musk as well. That's going to change that whole dynamic. All right, couple scriptures real quick. Let me get this real quick. Daniel 12:1, and we can't express it enough. You have this. I seen the show Apostle Torah put up. IUIC got a bug out bag. Well, let's say hypothetically you have a bug out bag. Don't know why, but let's say if you do, like Apostle Torah was saying, who knows what position you're going to be in. Now, everybody think that they're going to arm themselves. You talk to the average person, you know how Jake is, right? Yo, this is going to happen. What? nigga, please. I wish a nigga would. So, and what are you saying by that? You're just inviting something bad that's going to happen. Far worse than you can imagine. Okay? Like the great part, I can't put nothing on this video of that. But the Terminator, which when he explains what a Terminator, you say you can't reason with them. You can't bribe him, you can't do nothing, if you paraphrase it. This is why we need this to take place. This is why we need these things to happen. All right? Because it says, at that time, so a particular time, a particular hour, a particular day, right? Shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. Now, Michael's not no ordinary angel. That's Yahweh right hand man. That's the angel. Whole purpose is for war and other purposes, but war. And his job is to protect the elect of the nation of Israel, especially in that time. Psalms 34:7 tells you, them that fear the name of the Lord. Jobs like, hold on, I'm gonna, because I'm misquoting. I feel it, I'm misquoting it. So the Spirit's like, get it. Psalms 34:7. It says, the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and deliver them. So if you of the elect, the order of the heavens is to protect, especially when that time comes. And that time that's coming is already written. It's called Jacob's trouble, and we are in Jacob's trouble. But we haven't gotten to the hot spot of Jacob's trouble. All right? There's levels to this. But there's going to be a level where an archangel is going to command other angels to show forth and show power to the people that think that they're gonna harm the Lord's people. All right? It could come in the form of spiritual power, or the angels themselves are gonna come down like they did in time past for to fight the enemies of Israel with our forefathers. So our forefathers saw greatness. They saw angels literally coming down to fight. When you read about what chapter? I know it by heart. It was the Maccabees and Judas and Maccabee, and Maccabees prayed, and it was, it was quoting the deliverance of our forefathers, and when it was in the heat of the battle, when it was going against the Greeks, that angels came down, and when those angels came down, some angels was protecting, and some angels was going at the enemy. So it's not far fetched. It has been done in the past, and it will happen again. In my heart of hearts, I believe that. All right, a defender. It says, such as was never was since there were a nation. So that's the comparisons. That's giving us an idea, a timeline, how devastating this thing is going to be, how relentless, unmerciful times that we entering. Was it Second Timothy's the 3rd chapter, first verse tells you about perilous times, right? Difficult times. So you could be a historian of all the devastating famines and wars, and it compares nothing to what's going to happen. And why it's so uncomparable, I just showed you. All right, this right here. This is not no ordinary design. It's not made to. This is made to lay bodies down, unmerciful. Because you can't go around thinking you're gonna punch one of these things in the face and that's it. No, you need power. You need spiritual powers. All right, in order to fight that. And if you can't fight it, guess what? The Lord is gonna fight for you. That's the whole point. The point is not how big and bad, how many push-ups and sit-ups and how many niggas we done knocked out in our previous. Nah, it's none of that. As our Heavenly Father always did, at the point of utter destruction, He delivered our forefathers out of a major jam to show His glory and how much of a glorious thing that can be. Where the things that you're fighting against, it's not even men, it's idols who's programmed just to destroy you. You can't talk to them. You can't scream to them. All right? This is at that time that people shall be delivered, everyone that it shall be found written in the book. What book is that? The book of life. Those that are slated to live, those that only matter in this world, in this realm. Second Ezra 9 and about. Should I go to? You know what? I am going to start at 8. No, okay. I'm going to start at 9. Then shall they be in a pitiful case which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully dwell in torments. So the consequences, the repercussions of not heeding to the warning is most devastating. People right now have no excuses at all. None. We're still in the doors of mercy. You have no excuses not to fear the Lord. No excuses not. How many videos being put up daily? GMS, bomb, consistently, non-stop, won't stop. All right, brothers all over the country, all over the world, pumping, pumping, pumping. So this is why when the majority of the nation of Israel be punished, is justified. It's all justified. It says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. The benefits is just the things that we get by. Some they sold the fuck out, living a very odd life per se, a life of a life of treachery, a life of wickedness. All right, this is what they do, and they don't want to give up. It says, and they that loathe my law, while they had yet liberty, when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. So right now, the hands are still able to be stretched out, but this thing is coming to an end. The hands are pulling back. The hands of mercy is being pulled back. It says in the day, sorry. and the same must know it after death by pain. So it's going to be a gruesome thing. What the judgment of the 2/3 is going to take place. However, all right, 2/3 don't really matter to the Lord. That's why at GMS, when the apostles went down, everybody realized the Lord is not concerned with the majority of his people. Not at all. His only concern about is the elect, which makes sense. Those that believe. That's why when you got Christianity, the way Christianity is being broadcast, it makes no fucking sense. You can do all the evil shit at the very last second. You're gonna say, "Oh Lord, forgive me," right? And he's just his job is just to accept you. Well, in reality, no. That has to come with works. You have to be built up to feel some sort of sorry. It says, "Now therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created." So the only lives that really matters is the elect. All right, is the elect. And I'm gonna end it off on this. It says definite. Zechariah 13:8. I said, "It shall come to pass, and all the land, saith the Lord, two parts therein shall be cut off and die. And they're going to die by many ways of death." All right. Tells you that Jeremiah, the 15th chapter. I'm not going to get it. But such are to the death, such are death to death, such as the sword to the sword, such as famine to the famine. All right. And the beast of the field is going to destroy them. So there's so much different ways the Lord is going to get at somebody. All right. And the 2/3 is slated to be taken regardless. But the third shall be left therein, which is the elect, the only people lives that really truly matter. So no matter what this man has down the pipe, however he wants to come down, how hard he wants to come down, what he wants to do, how you weaken us, the elect is still going to be saved. Still. All right. And China don't plan to use that just on their people. They're going to use it on, they're going to invade. They will invade. And you got Esau here. They're gonna do the damn thing towards their own people. Such a weird, strange world we in right now. All is your enemy until they proven until they proven all. That being said, shalom to the elect of the nations. Shalom.